Hey guys, so recently Battlefield put out a new article talking about their class system. It introduced and talked about some things not so good, and we want to discuss it and change their minds. Number one, weapon locking not being a thing in this game. Who thought of that? Who? Did you even play Battlefield 4? And then obviously, I want to already talk about assault and support. No, weapon locking. Why it's important. Campers, selfishness. Giving support, which in this game, as far as we know, has both the ammo and health role, giving them the access to a sniper rifle. What do you think they're going to do? We've played Battlefield 4. If you haven't, go play it. But we've played Battlefield 4. We know what recon does. They like to sit in a tower and camp with a sniper rifle. What do you think they're going to do in this game now? Because now you can play as support with a bipod. They say, oh, you can hold your breath longer. Really, dude, just use a bipod. They're going to have a support player with a sniper rifle with ammunition and health on the top of a roof doing nothing all game, maybe getting 2 to 3 kills, getting killed over and over again by somebody in an attack helicopter, doing nothing for their team. Who thought of this? Who designed this? Look, Battlefield 2042 introduced universal weapons. When they were talking about their dev streams at first, I was honestly interested. So was the rest of the community. The community as a whole was like, all right, this can be good. Is it going to be good? Probably not, but can it be good? Yes. We were curious. We haven't seen this before. Now we have seen it. Now we know why we don't want it. Camping, selfishness, not having a class structure, not having really just a class identity was the biggest component as to why. Now, of course, obviously 2042 had other class issues, notably every single class had every single gadget. That was a bad idea. Bad move. Terrible move. One of the worst moves of all time. Universal weapons is not going to go over well. Imagine assault players in this game who are going to be selfish enough because they can't revive now of light machine guns. Why? Are you dumb? Who designed this? Whoever made that decision should not be working on weapons anymore. Now, there's some other problems as well. Assault and support. Now, recon and engineer are perfectly fine in this game. They suit their roles perfectly. Their quote-unquote ultimate ability or their like level 4 squad perk. Great idea. Really glad it's in the game. I like it. I think it's a good idea. I know some people would rather have it be squad call-ins. I think that'd be fine as well. But giving recon access to a mortar strike and a UAV, giving engineers access to a Ukrainian kamikaze drone, and just other type of stuff like that, I think is amazing. Keep up the good work with those two classes. They're perfect. However, assault and support. First, we're going to talk about assault, then we'll talk about support. Assault is bad in this game because it's a selfish class. They offer nothing for their team. Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, yes, assault can be selfish, but they can revive and give out health. In this game, they can do nothing. They can't revive. They can't give you health. They can't do anything for you. They're just a ticket-bleeding class. The people who are going to play that class are probably also just going to instantly hit the skip to respawn button. There should be a 5-second delay in that, in my opinion, from when you're on that screen. Just my opinion. Or maybe 10 seconds. But they're going to do nothing for their team. Unlike in Battlefield 3 and in 4. And in 1 and 5, they were the anti-tank class. But in Battlefield 3 and 4, they can revive you. They can give you health. They can still play extremely selfishly. But say if you're running around with them and you're clearing buildings and you die, they will revive you because they want more players with them to give, to help them out. And you could do the same thing. They can't do that anymore. Also, they have the ability in one of their perk trees to regenerate ammunition in their gadgets. This strips away some of the importance of support for the team, because now they can just all willy-nilly go out there, get as much, just get all the ammo they need from just regenerating it. That is not good. That is not good play. That perk should be switched to either a 50% or a 100% increase in gadget ammunition. So maybe instead of carrying around 3, now you carry around 6. I believe that's how it was in Battlefield 4, if I recall that correctly. That should be changed. They should not be able to regenerate health in those areas. Support. The problem with support. The problem with support is that it's not a 3-class game, it's a 4-class game. So this would be perfect if the game had only 3 classes. Because, yes, in Battlefield 4, it gets annoying when you're running around trying to find ammo. Because guess what? After you've been revived 2 times on Locker or on Siege of Shanghai, you know what you don't have? You don't have any ammo. So you run up to another enemy team's class and pick up their class. However, now you've stripped away the medic role from Assault and you give it to support. Not good. That is the only reason why, in my opinion, support is bad, because now they could do all of it, as well as the fact that their signature weapon is now a light machine gun. Why would you want to give light machine guns, or, the saw gunner, the medic role? You want them to be far behind. You want the medics to be on the front line, so as soon as somebody drops dead, they can just drag them to cover and revive them. Great mechanic, by the way. But they should be able to just, it shouldn't be the case. Support should not have that issue. Now, I believe support can revive regardless having defibs or not. I believe so. However, it's a good idea, great idea, but it just should not be given support. So what do we do to fix this? What do we do to make this better? Easy. Assault. Instead of having a med pen, they have a med bag. What this med bag does is their intrinsic trait, or intrinsic perk, or not perk, sorry, intrinsic gadget. So instead of the med pen, they have a med bag. What the med bag does is it operates just like the med pen. You pull it out, oh, you have health. You can still use the med pen animation as well. But when you look at somebody who needs health, you know what you do? You click the same button and it throws out a health bag to them. Just like Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 had it down perfect. You do that, you give them a med bag, oh, hey, now they're regenerating health. Fantastic. That is fantastic. That is great. That's what we want to see. That is great. That's what it should be. Their intrinsic ability, they should also be able to revive anybody, regardless of if they have defibs or not. What this means is what you do is you can run up to somebody, you can hold down, the square button, the X button, whatever revive key, right, keybind, and you can drag them to cover while reviving them. Or you can use the defibs, which now you give them defibs. Their gadgets should be, of course, all the grenade launchers, all the shotguns, whatever other gear they're already going to give them, and then give them the medic bag and the medic box and defibs. Or really just the medic box and defibs. Perfect. You now have a class that is completely selfish and completely team playing at the same time. Perfect. You perfectly bridge the gap between Call of Duty and Battlefield. Fantastic. Great job. Support. Just strip away their medical ability. That's it. They should just be strictly ammunition. I think this would go over extremely well. Of course, the field upgrades or whatever they want to call them in this, whatever, trainings, I think is what they're said. Regardless, it's going to work out better for team play. It's going to work out better for class play, and it's just going to be a better Battlefield with this system. Those are just my 2 cents. Let me know your 2 cents down in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, do whatever. Let me know what you think. Spread the word that we want this game to succeed, because in conclusion, guys, we want this Battlefield to be good. Not just because we want Battlefront 3, but because we actually want Battlefield to be good. We all want a good modern military shooter, and they have the ability to just absolutely dominate the gaming sphere if this game is good. We like what we see. This is just one of the things we don't like. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you in another video.